Welcome to Quiet Lives. Before we drift into tonight's journey, if you find sanctuary here, please consider subscribing to join our community of rest. I would love to know which corner of the world you are finding peace in tonight, and what hour it is where you are. Feel free to share your story in the comments below. Now let's begin. A soft, consistent crackle fills the air, a gentle rhythm from the nearby stone fireplace. You stir slowly, aware of the deep warmth that permeates your master suite. The first golden glow of dawn now paints the vast floor-to-ceiling glass. Outside, the snow-laden pines stand silent, their branches dusted white. The majestic mountain expanse beyond remains hushed, bathed in a soft blue-white stillness. You feel the luxurious weight of the duvet, a comforting anchor against the crisp morning air. Your eyes open fully, taking in the refined details of your private Whistler chalet. The rough-hewn timber beams above create a natural canopy, dark and rich against the brightening sky. A custom-woven cashmere throw in a subtle charcoal hue rests at the foot of your bed. Its inviting texture promises a soft embrace. You stretch languidly, feeling the fine linen sheets cool against your skin. The subtle scent of aged cedar and warm embers lingers in the air, a grounding aroma. You pause. Rest. The quiet is profound here, broken only by the steady, low crackle of the fire. Sunlight begins to creep further into the room, revealing the polished stone of the hearth. Each element, from the precision-cut glass to the bespoke furnishings, speaks of a thoughtful, understated elegance. This space is a true sanctuary, crafted for peace. You breathe in slowly, deeply, letting the calm settle around you. There is nowhere else to be. The chalet's smart systems begin a gentle, almost imperceptible hum, a soft whisper of advanced comfort. This subtle sound adjusts the room, precisely tailoring the air to your perfect warmth. Outside, the blue-white mountain light brightens further, casting a soft glow. The snow-laden pine branches remain utterly still against the vast floor-to-ceiling glass, a serene, silent vista. You feel the soft cashmere throw, previously at the foot of your bed, now pulled closer, a comforting, familiar weight across your legs. You shift gently within the luxurious fine linen sheets, enjoying their cool, smooth touch against your skin. The ambient temperature subtly rises, reaching that exact point of effortless ease. A low, consistent crackle from the stone fireplace anchors the morning, continuing its rhythmic, soothing presence. The rich scent of warm embers and aged cedar wood subtly deepens in the air, a grounding, natural aroma. These familiar sensory anchors return, bringing with them a profound sense of calm. Your gaze drifts slowly across the warm timber ceiling, following the soft, amber play of light. The fire casts gentle, moving shadows on the polished stone hearth, creating a living tableau. Each bespoke detail in this private space speaks of thoughtful, quiet, luxury, and precision. You breathe in slowly, then exhale fully, feeling the deep stillness settle around you. The tranquil morning unfolds. The chalet's smart systems continue their soft, almost imperceptible hum, a quiet assurance of perfect comfort. You finally rise from the luxurious bed, your bare feet reaching for the floor. The moment your soles touch the polished slate of the ensuite bathroom, a consistent, gentle warmth envelops them. This sensation is a subtle anchor, a familiar luxury. The stone feels incredibly smooth and deeply inviting beneath your feet, heated precisely to your desired, comfortable temperature. Each step carries you further into the spa-like space. Soft, diffused light from hidden overhead fixtures spills across the sleek, expansive surfaces, casting a muted, tranquil glow. You observe the clean, precise lines of the custom-designed vanity, its brushed metal accents gleaming softly in the quiet morning light. A faint, earthy scent of warmed stone now blends with the lingering, comforting aroma of aged cedar, carried subtly from the master suite. Outside, through a large, frosted glass panel, the blue-white mountain light still filters in, creating a cool, serene counterpoint to the interior warmth. The air here is perfectly still, a profound quiet, enveloping this entire private space. You pause, feeling the consistent, reassuring warmth spread gently from your feet, moving slowly upward. The understated elegance of the room invites a deep, unhurried moment of stillness. You breathe out slowly. Everything is calm. The consistent warmth of the polished slate still cradles your feet as you step into the adjacent dressing chamber. Here, the air carries a distinct, clean scent of aged cedar wood, a subtle and deeply grounding aroma. Soft, diffused light continues to filter in from the frosted glass, creating a serene, muted glow within this private space, mirroring the blue-white mountain light beyond. You move slowly towards the custom-built wardrobes, their rich timber surfaces gleaming with quiet precision. Your hand reaches for a particular robe, a luxurious blend of cashmere and silk, hanging in its designated spot. The fabric feels incredibly soft and light to the touch, yet promises a deep, comforting warmth against your skin. You draw it gently from its hanger, the movement unhurried and deliberate. The subtle rustle of the material is the only sound, a whisper blending with the distant, gentle crackle from the master suite's fireplace. You pause, holding the robe. Its exquisite texture is a familiar comfort. The quiet hum of the Chalet's smart systems remains, an almost imperceptible background presence. This gentle repetition of warmth, scent, and stillness creates a profound sense of calm, a gentle mantra for the morning. You breathe in the cedar, a familiar, comforting presence. You prepare for the day ahead. Slowly, a new, comforting aroma now subtly blends with a lingering cedar, drawing your attention. This scent of freshly baked sourdough drifts from your private chef's kitchen. You are still wrapped in the cashmere and silk robe, its exquisite softness, a familiar comfort against your skin as morning unfolds. You pull the luxurious robe closer, feeling its gentle, reassuring weight settle around you. Your bare feet still rest on the consistent, deep warmth of the polished slate floor, a familiar anchor. The distant low crackle of the stone fireplace continues its steady, hypnotic rhythm, a comforting sound from the master suite. The blue-white mountain light outside the vast glass panels remains serene, a cool, quiet backdrop to the chalet's interior warmth. The subtle hum of the chalet's systems maintains its perfect, quiet balance. Each timber, beam, and stone surface absorbs the soft, emerging glow of dawn. This blend of warmth, scent, and sound creates a gentle, continuous embrace, a subtle mantra for the day. You breathe in the rich, yeasty warmth of the bread. Everything is still. The comforting aroma of freshly baked sourdough still subtly lingers in the air as you step onto your snow-dusted private balcony. The cashmere and silk robe settles around you, its familiar weight and exquisite softness, a continuous comfort. A delicate warmth from a bespoke herbal tea steams gently in your hands, blending its calming scent with the crisp mountain air. You gaze out at the pristine, snow-covered slopes, quiet and vast beneath the brightening blue-white sky. The snow-laden pine branches, close enough to touch, glisten with fresh powder. A light dusting covers the railing of your private balcony, cool and soft to the touch if you were to reach out. The consistent, low crackle of the stone fireplace, a distant, rhythmic sound from inside, provides a warm counterpoint to the quiet, outdoor stillness. You bring the warm, smooth ceramic cup to your lips, savoring the subtle, soothing flavors of the herbal tea. The cool air on your face contrasts gently with the warmth of the robe and the comforting temperature of the cup. This moment, overlooking the tranquil mountain expanse, feels deeply personal. You breathe in the fresh, clean air. Everything is calm. The deep, soft leather of the grand living room armchair welcomes you, radiating a subtle warmth by the stone hearth. You settle into its familiar embrace. You sink into its generous, yielding cushions. The exquisite cashmere and silk robe still a gentle, luxurious weight around you. The supple leather molds perfectly to your form, a quiet, reassuring comfort. A profound sense of stillness begins to gather in this grand timber-lined space. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the stone fireplace now dominates the quiet, a steady, hypnotic sound. Warm, amber firelight dances across the rough-hewn timber beams, creating soft, moving patterns. Through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the blue-white mountain light still holds the morning, a cool, tranquil backdrop. The snow-laden pines outside stand perfectly still, their delicate white dusting illuminated by the dawn. The rich, grounding scent of warm embers now blends deeply with the subtle, clean aroma of aged cedar wood. This familiar blend of warmth, sound, and scent creates a gentle, continuous mantra for your senses. The quiet hum of the chalet's smart systems is a barely there whisper, ensuring your comfort remains absolute. You bring the smooth ceramic cup of herbal tea to your lips, its warmth a soft, familiar presence. You pause, letting the deep comfort of the armchair hold you. Everything in this moment is exactly as it should be. You are settled deeply into the soft, yielding leather of your grand armchair, its enveloping warmth a familiar comfort. Your gaze now drifts past the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, finding the silent, methodical dance of snowflakes. They descend in a gentle, unhurried procession against the brightening blue-white mountain light, each crystalline form unique and delicate. The exquisite cashmere and silk robe still drapes around you, its luxurious softness a constant, reassuring presence against your skin. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the stone fireplace continues its soothing sound, a steady, hypnotic anchor in the quiet morning. Warm amber firelight plays across the rough-hewn timber beams, creating soft, shifting patterns. The air carries the rich, grounding scent of warm embers, deeply mingled with the subtle, clean aroma of aged cedar wood. You observe the individual flakes as they spiral, some briefly touching the cool, precision glass before melting into tiny, silent droplets. Others drift past, disappearing into the vast, white expanse. You bring the warm, smooth ceramic cup of bespoke herbal tea to your lips, feeling its familiar, comforting heat. The quiet hum of the chalet's smart systems is an almost imperceptible background presence, ensuring your absolute ease. The world outside moves with a quiet, mesmerizing grace. Inside, held by the deep comfort of the chair, everything remains profoundly still. This gentle observation creates a deep, unhurried calm. You breathe out slowly. All is serene. The crisp mountain air from the balcony now gives way to the deep, enveloping warmth of your custom-built library. A hushed rustle of turning pages now joins the familiar, consistent crackle of the stone fireplace. You settle into a grand plush armchair, placing your finished teacup on a nearby polished timber table. The cashmere and silk robe remains a luxurious, soft embrace around you, a continuous comfort. The rich scent of aged cedar wood, inherent to this room, blends with the warm aroma of embers from the hearth. Amber firelight dances softly across the spines of leather-bound books, casting gentle, moving shadows. You reach for a volume, its cover cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. With an unhurried motion you open it, feeling the delicate weight of the paper. A soft, distinct sound accompanies the turning of the first page. Outside, through a distant window, the silent snowflakes continue their methodical descent against the blue-white morning light. Here, within the library's quiet, the rhythmic crackle of the fire and the gentle rustle of pages create a soothing, repetitive mantra. You breathe in the mingled scents of wood and paper. Everything is still. You find yourself drawn to the antique desk in your study, its hand-carved oak surface inviting your touch. You settle into the chair, the luxurious cashmere and silk robe still a comforting, soft embrace around you. Your fingers slowly begin tracing the intricate grain of the rich, dark wood. Each subtle curve and ridge under your touch feels deliberate, a testament to careful craftsmanship. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the stone fireplace continues its low, soothing sound from the adjacent living area. Warm, amber firelight filters into this space, illuminating the polished surface of the desk. The rich scent of aged cedarwood, now combined with the subtle aroma of old paper and fine timber, fills the air. Outside, through the large window, silent snowflakes persist in their methodical, unhurried dance against the blue-white mountain light. You follow the unique patterns of the oak, feeling the cool, smooth texture beneath your fingertips. This gentle, repetitive action becomes a quiet meditation. The chalet's quiet hum of perfect comfort is an almost imperceptible background. You breathe out slowly, allowing the profound stillness of the morning to settle around you. Everything is calm. A deep, enveloping warmth now calls you from the study's quiet, a clear invitation. You carry the familiar, exquisite softness of your cashmere and silk robe with you as you move. Stepping into the private cedar sauna, the fragrant steam immediately wraps around you, a gentle, pervasive embrace. The rich, clean scent of cedarwood, a constant, grounding aroma throughout your chalet, is here intensified, deeply soothing with every breath. You settle slowly onto the smooth, warm cedar bench, the fine, polished wood feeling exquisite beneath your skin. The consistent warmth of the cedar seeps into you, slowly, deeply, releasing any lingering tension. A soft, continuous hiss accompanies the rising steam, a rhythmic, hypnotic sound that fills this intimate, quiet space. Through a small frosted glass panel, the blue-white mountain light of morning is a distant, serene presence, a cool memory against the ember warmth within. The faint, steady crackle of the stone fireplace from the living area is now a muted, almost forgotten sound. You close your eyes, letting the fragrant steam surround you completely. Every slow breath is deep, carrying the calming, familiar scent of cedar. This private sanctuary is a space of pure, unhurried comfort, designed for profound ease. You breathe out slowly. Everything is still. The fragrant cedar steam of your private sauna gently releases you. A soft, pervasive embrace lingering on your skin. You step out, feeling the subtle, refreshing shift in the air temperature. A welcome coolness against your deeply warmed body. The exquisite cashmere and silk robe, draped over a nearby, precisely carved timber hook, waits with its familiar softness, a quiet promise for later comfort. You walk slowly towards the smooth riverstone benches, each unhurried step deliberate on the cool, polished floor. Their naturally cool surfaces offer a pleasant, grounding contrast after the sauna's profound heat. You settle onto one, feeling the solid, smooth stone beneath you, a deep sense of calm beginning to spread. A pre-warmed linen towel, exquisitely soft and finely woven, rests perfectly folded beside you. You reach for it, your fingers delicately brushing the delicate weave, feeling its gentle, inviting warmth. This quiet luxury is a small, perfectly anticipated detail. You lift the towel slowly, bringing its crisp, clean linen to your skin. It presses gently, absorbing the last traces of steam, leaving a refreshing, deeply clean sensation across your forehead, your neck, your arms. The air here still carries the lingering, clean scent of cedarwood, a deep, grounding aroma that permeates this entire private space. From a distance, the consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is a barely audible whisper, a soft, hypnotic sound from the living area. Through a small, frosted glass panel, the blue-white mountain light of morning still holds its serene presence, a cool memory against the chalet's interior warmth. You breathe out slowly, feeling the profound calm settle deeper, deeper within you. Everything is still. A subtle crystalline clink of bottles echoes softly in the cool, dim air of your perfectly temperature-controlled wine cellar. You step inside, the lingering warmth from the sauna now gently dissipating from your skin. The luxurious cashmere and silk robe remains a comforting, soft embrace around you, a familiar weight against the precise coolness. The air here is exquisitely crisp, precisely maintained, carrying a faint, earthy scent of damp stone and aged oak. You walk slowly along the meticulously arranged rows of bottles, each label perfectly aligned. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth stone floor, a grounding contrast, a welcome sensation. Amber light, carefully calibrated for preservation, casts a soft, muted glow on the dark glass. You reach out, your fingertips delicately brushing against the cool, smooth surface of a vintage label. The subtle clink repeats, a delicate, rhythmic sound, a quiet punctuation in the stillness. From a distance, the consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a barely audible whisper, a soft, hypnotic echo from the living area. Through a small, high window, the blue-white mountain light of morning still holds its serene presence. It is a cool memory against the chalet's amber interior warmth. You breathe out slowly, feeling the profound calm settle deeper within you. Everything is still. The subtle, crystalline clink of bottles is now joined by the soft gurgle of liquid pouring, a delicate sound in the cool, dim air. Your sommelier, a quiet, precise presence, begins the slow, deliberate decanting of an aged spirit. You stand, still wrapped in the familiar, exquisite softness of your cashmere and silk robe, feeling its comforting weight. The cool, smooth stone floor remains a grounding anchor beneath your bare feet. You observe the amber liquid as it flows, a steady, mesmerizing stream, from the bottle into a gleaming, bespoke crystal decanter. The light, carefully calibrated for preservation, catches each drop, creating tiny, sparkling reflections. A rich, complex aroma of aged oak and subtle spices now emerges, blending beautifully with the faint, earthy scent of damp stone and the lingering, clean cedar wood. The sommelier's movements are unhurried, precise, a quiet ritual. Each subtle clink of glass against glass is a soft, rhythmic punctuation. From a distance, the consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is a barely audible whisper, a soft, hypnotic echo from the living area. The blue-white mountain light of morning, seen through a small, high window, is a cool, serene memory against the chalet's interior warmth. You breathe out slowly, feeling the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. The rhythmic gurgle of decanting fades as you return to the grand living space, drawn by a familiar, powerful warmth. The impressive stone-clad fireplace commands your attention, its flames now dancing with a mesmerizing, hypnotic flicker. You settle once more into the deep, soft leather of the armchair, the cashmere and silk robe a continuous, comforting embrace around you. The amber firelight spills across the rough-hewn timber interior, painting the walls with soft, moving patterns. Each flame performs a silent, graceful ballet, its movement both energetic and deeply calming. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the burning logs fills the air, a steady, soothing sound that has anchored your morning. A rich, grounding scent of warm embers permeates the space, blending with the subtle, clean aroma of aged cedar wood. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the blue-white mountain light still holds its serene presence. Snow-laden pines stand silently, their delicate white dusting a cool contrast to the interior's deep warmth. You breathe in slowly, feeling the profound calm deepen with each hypnotic flicker. Everything is still. The night is now fully settled, bringing with it a deep, clear calm. From your private terrace, myriad stars glitter with breathtaking intensity above the silent, snow-capped peaks, a vast, sparkling tapestry. A cool, crisp mountain breeze gently brushes your exposed skin, a refreshing, invigorating contrast to the exquisite cashmere and silk robe wrapped so warmly around you. You pull the luxurious fabric tighter, feeling its familiar, soft weight and the gentle friction of the silk lining against your arms. The distant, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace inside is a soft, continuous murmur, a comforting anchor in the profound outdoor quiet. The air carries the clean, sharp scent of pine needles from the snow-laden trees below, mingling subtly with the rich, warm aroma of embers, a grounding presence. You gaze upward, letting your eyes slowly drift across the vast, star-dusted canvas of the night sky. Each tiny point of light seems to twinkle with an ancient, unhurried rhythm, drawing your focus. The silent, methodical dance of snowflakes has ceased, leaving only still, pristine white slopes below. You breathe deeply, slowly. The immense quiet of the mountain night wraps around you like a soft blanket. The sheer expanse of the cosmos invites a deep, peaceful surrender. Everything is profoundly still. You simply observe. The night deepens and a profound quiet settles over the chalet. You find yourself in a room dedicated to cherished memories. The cool, smooth glass of a bespoke display cabinet reflecting the soft amber firelight. You are gently arranging your vintage ski memorabilia within it. The cashmere and silk robe remains a luxurious, soft embrace around you, its familiar weight a continuous comfort. Your fingers carefully adjust a small silver ski charm, its cool metal smooth against your touch. A subtle talk clink echoes as it settles into place on a velvet-lined shelf. The rich scent of aged cedarwood, inherent to the cabinet's polished timber, mingles with the warm aroma of embers from the distant fireplace. That consistent rhythmic crackle is a soft, hypnotic murmur from the living area, a steady anchor in the stillness. Outside, through the large, floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars now blaze above the silent, snow-capped peaks. The blue-white mountain dusk has fully transitioned to a deep, tranquil night. Each object, from a weathered leather ski pass to a miniature antique wooden ski, is handled with unhurried care. You breathe out slowly, feeling the calm deepen with each precise movement. Everything is still. The serene sitting room now envelops you, its soft amber glow from the hearth, a warm embrace. You settle into a plush, upholstered chair, still wrapped in the luxurious cashmere and silk robe, its familiar, exquisite softness, a continuous comfort against your skin. In your hands rests a cherished silver objet d'art, its cool, smooth surface, a grounding presence reflecting the gentle firelight. You pick up a finely woven, soft polishing cloth, a precise, delicate tool. The delicate fabric feels gentle against your fingertips, a subtle texture. With a slow, deliberate motion, you begin to polish the silver. A soft, almost inaudible, no sound accompanies each gentle stroke, a rhythmic whisper that barely breaks the profound quiet. You feel the cool metal warm subtly beneath your touch, slowly revealing a deeper, understated gleam. This simple, repetitive action becomes a quiet meditation, a gentle mantra. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace continues its low, soothing sound from the living area, a familiar anchor in the chalet's deep stillness. The rich scent of warm embers permeates the air, blending with the subtle, clean aroma of aged cedar wood. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars still glitter above the silent, snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night is a tranquil, vast backdrop. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You simply polish. The deep quiet of the chalet is now graced by a distant, rhythmic murmur, the soft, continuous sound of a hidden mountain spring flowing outside your window. You are still comfortably nestled in the luxurious cashmere and silk robe, its familiar, exquisite softness, a continuous, reassuring embrace against your skin. The gentle weight of the fine fabric settles around you as you listen. This subtle sound, a natural lullaby, weaves itself into the background. It blends seamlessly with the familiar, consistent crackle of the grand stone fireplace, a muted, hypnotic rhythm emanating from the distant living area. The cool, crisp mountain air, a subtle memory from the terrace, now perfectly filters through the chalet's advanced systems, maintaining an ideal, fresh temperature. The rich, grounding scent of warm embers, mingling with the clean aroma of aged cedar wood, still permeates the quiet, a familiar and deeply grounding blend. Through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the constant, unhurried flow of the water wash over you. A soothing presence. You breathe slowly. You simply listen. Everything is calm. You rest. The deep quiet of the mountain night is now punctuated by a new, subtle presence. A gentle, comforting creak emanates from your chalet's aged timber structure, settling softly for the night. You are nestled in the luxurious cashmere and silk robe, its familiar, exquisite softness, a continuous, reassuring embrace. This quiet sound, a deep whisper of the building itself, feels like a protective sigh. Each subtle shift or soft sigh of wood is a rhythmic assurance of the chalet's steadfast presence. The consistent rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur from the living area, almost absorbed by the timber's own settling sounds. The rich scent of warm embers, mingling with the clean aroma of aged cedar wood, still gently permeates the air, a familiar and grounding blend. Outside, Through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You feel the subtle vibrations of the settling timber, a gentle, hypnotic rhythm that lulls you. This deep connection to the enduring structure enhances the profound calm. You breathe slowly. You are held. Everything rests. The cool, smooth surface of a brushed metal sculpture invites your touch in the chalet's quiet gallery nook. You stand wrapped in the familiar, exquisite softness of your cashmere and silk robe, its gentle weight, a continuous, comforting presence against your skin as night deepens. Your fingertips slowly trace the elegant, undulating lines of the sculpture. The cool, precise metal feels deeply grounding, a stark yet soothing contrast to the warmth of your robe. Each curve, each subtle angle, is explored with unhurried care. The soft, quiet friction of your skin against the brushed metal is the only sound, a delicate whisper in the still air. This gentle, repetitive touch is a quiet meditation. From the adjacent living space, the consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur. Its amber firelight casts long, soft shadows, moving slowly across the timbered walls. The rich scent of warm embers, mingling with the clean aroma of aged cedar wood, still gently permeates the quiet. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each gentle trace. Everything is still. The deep, tranquil night has fully arrived. You step into your master suite, still wrapped in the familiar, exquisite softness of your cashmere and silk robe, its gentle weight, a comforting presence. A soft, inviting give of fresh, crisp linen awaits as you approach your bed, a promise of profound rest. With unhurried movements, you reach down and gently pull back the heavy, down-filled duvet. The fresh, crisp linen sheets whisper softly as they unfold, a delicate dush sound filling the quiet room. Your hands glide across the cool, taut fabric, feeling its precise, clean texture and the subtle weave beneath your fingertips. The perfectly plump pillows yield with a soft, comforting sigh under your touch, inviting your head to rest. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur, a hypnotic lullaby from the living area. Amber firelight from the hearth casts long, gentle shadows, moving slowly across the warm timber interior. The rich scent of warm embers, mingling with the clean aroma of aged cedar wood, still gently permeates the air, a familiar and grounding blend. Outside, through the expanse of floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. The bed awaits. The soft, inviting give of fresh, crisp linen in your master suite now gives way to a deeper, more profound quiet. You step into your private cinema, where a hushed stillness awaits, ready for a classic film. The luxurious cashmere and silk robe remains a comforting, exquisite embrace around you. Its familiar weight, a continuous presence. You settle into one of the plush, custom-designed recliners, its deep fabric yielding with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh. The room is bathed in a subtle, indirect amber light, carefully chosen to enhance the cinematic experience without intrusion. The air carries the faint, clean scent of aged cedar wood, a grounding aroma that permeates the chalet. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very distant, muted whisper, a gentle, hypnotic sound from the living area, almost entirely absorbed by the thick, sound-dampening walls. Outside, beyond the chalet's insulated structure, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the silence deepen around you, feeling the soft texture of the recliner. Anticipation of the film is a gentle, quiet hum. You breathe out slowly. Everything is still. The hushed stillness of your private cinema is now subtly enhanced by a faint, clean scent. It is the delicate aroma of beeswax polish emanating from your meticulously maintained timber furniture. You remain settled in the plush, custom-designed recliner, the luxurious cashmere and silk robe a continuous, exquisite embrace around you. Your hand rests on the smooth, cool armrest, feeling the subtle grain of the polished wood. The faint scent of beeswax is a gentle, grounding presence, blending with the lingering, clean aroma of aged cedar wood. It evokes a sense of enduring quality and careful attention. The soft, indirect amber light of the cinema deepens the rich tones of the timber, creating a warm, inviting atmosphere. This familiar scent acts as a gentle mantra, a subtle anchor in the profound quiet. Outside, beyond the chalet's insulated structure, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep, blue white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. The distant, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now almost entirely absorbed by the thick, sound-dampening walls, becoming an echo of an echo. You breathe out slowly, letting the deep calm settle further. Everything is still. You simply rest. The faint, clean scent of beeswax polish still gently lingers in the study, now joined by the crisp, dry aroma of paper. You unroll the detailed architectural plans for your chalet's future expansion onto the smooth, cool surface of your antique desk. The luxurious cashmere and silk robe remains a continuous, exquisite embrace around you, its familiar softness, a comforting presence as night deepens. Your fingers slowly flatten the large sheets, feeling the subtle resistance of the heavy, high-quality paper. A soft, almost inaudible sound accompanies the unfolding, a delicate whisper in the deep quiet. You trace the precise, intricate lines of the blueprints, feeling the subtle texture of the ink beneath your touch. Each detail, each planned curve and angle, speaks of thoughtful design and future elegance. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very distant, muted whisper from the living area, a gentle, hypnotic sound. Amber firelight filters softly into the study, illuminating the intricate lines on the plans. The rich scent of warm embers, mingling with the clean aroma of aged cedarwood and the dry paper, grounds you. Outside, through the large window, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You simply observe. The subtle scent of oil paint and aged canvas now gently permeates the air in your private collection, a quiet, rich aroma. You stand before a landscape painting, the luxurious cashmere and silk robe a continuous, exquisite embrace around you, its familiar softness, a comforting presence as night deepens. Your eyes slowly trace the nuanced brushstrokes, noting the subtle textures in the paint. Each delicate stroke, each deliberate mark, reveals a quiet depth. The cool, smooth frame feels grounding beneath your fingertips as you lean slightly closer. This gentle, repetitive observation is a quiet meditation. Amber firelight from the distant hearth gently illuminates the canvas, bringing out hidden depths in the depicted mountains and snow. That consistent, rhythmic crackle is now a very faint, distant murmur, a hypnotic lullaby from the living area. The rich scent of warm embers mingling with the aged cedar wood still gently permeates the quiet. Outside, through a nearby window, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each quiet observation. Everything is still. You simply contemplate. The soft, inviting give of crisp linen now gives way to a deeper quiet as you gaze out from the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass. The night is deep, and a faint, rhythmic glow appears on the distant slopes. You watch the distant snow groomers working their way slowly, methodically, up the pristine white expanse. The luxurious cashmere and silk robe remains a continuous, exquisite embrace around you, its familiar softness a comforting presence. Each faint light moves with an unhurried, deliberate pace, a silent dance against the backdrop of the dark mountain. Their subtle hum is far too distant to hear, creating a visual rhythm that is deeply calming. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur, a hypnotic lullaby from the living area, almost entirely absorbed by the thick, sound-dampening walls. The rich scent of warm embers, mingling with the clean aroma of aged cedarwood, still gently permeates the quiet. Outside, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each slow, rhythmic movement of the distant lights. Everything is still. You simply observe. The deep quiet of the mountain night now offers a new, gentle visual from your expansive window. You watch the snow-laden pine branches. They sway almost imperceptibly. It is a slow, rhythmic dance against the vast, star-dusted sky. You are still wrapped in the luxurious cashmere and silk robe. Its familiar, exquisite softness is a continuous, comforting embrace around you. The gentle weight settles around your shoulders. Each branch, heavy with fresh, delicate snow, performs a delicate, unhurried movement. The movement is so subtle, so profoundly deliberate, it feels like a soft, quiet breath of the forest itself. There is no audible sound from this gentle sway, only a visual whisper against the dark. The consistent rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur. It is a hypnotic lullaby from the living area, almost entirely absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. The rich scent of warm embers, mingling with a clean aroma of aged cedarwood, still gently permeates the quiet. This familiar scent grounds you deeply. Outside, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display. They are above the silent, snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast. It is tranquil. It is utterly still. You simply watch the slow, gentle sway. You feel the soft robe. You hear the faint crackle. You smell the cedar. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. This quiet rhythm holds you. You simply observe. You rest. Deeply. You are at peace. The cool air of the chalet now gives way to a profound, enveloping warmth. You step into your private spa, where warm, fragrant steam rises from a delicate herbal infusion bath. The luxurious cashmere and silk robe slips from your shoulders, its familiar, exquisite softness now resting gently on a warmed towel rack. The air is thick with the soothing scent of herbs and warm water, a deeply calming aroma that fills this entire private space. You sink slowly into the perfectly heated bath, feeling the silken water embrace your skin. The gentle fall of the rising steam is a continuous, rhythmic sound, a soft, hypnotic presence. Each subtle drift of fragrant mist across your face is a delicate touch, profoundly relaxing. The consistent rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur, almost forgotten. Outside, through a high, frosted glass panel, the deep blue-white of the mountain night is a cool, serene memory. The myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display, unseen but felt. You close your eyes, letting the warmth penetrate deeply, slowly. This gentle immersion creates a profound calm. Everything is still. You simply rest. The warm, fragrant steam of the herbal bath now gently dissipates, leaving your skin feeling soft and receptive. You stand in the quiet, private spa, wrapped in a fresh, soft linen towel. Its exquisite texture, a gentle embrace. Your fingers now reach for a rich, calming botanical cream, its delicate scent a new, soothing anchor. You scoop a small amount, feeling the smooth, cool cream against your fingertips. With slow, deliberate movements, you begin to gently massage it into your skin. The cream spreads with a subtle, almost silent glide, a soft toot of friction. Its rich botanical aroma, a delicate blend of lavender and chamomile, subtly fills the air, blending with the lingering clean scent of cedarwood. This gentle, repetitive touch and soothing scent is a quiet ritual. From the distant living area, the consistent rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur, almost forgotten in this deeper calm. Outside, through a high, frosted glass panel, the deep blue-white of the mountain night is a cool, serene memory. The myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display, unseen but felt. You close your eyes, letting the profound calm deepen with each slow, rhythmic stroke. Everything is still. You simply rest. The fragrant steam of the herbal bath and the gentle massage now recede into memory. You find yourself by the grand stone fireplace, where a quiet, precise ritual unfolds. A rare single malt is being poured by the embers of the fire. You are comfortably settled in the deep, soft leather armchair, the luxurious cashmere and silk robe a continuous, exquisite embrace around you. The amber glow from the dying embers casts a warm, soft light, making the polished crystal of the glass gleam. A delicate clink sounds as the bottle touches the rim of the tumbler, followed by a soft, controlled pour. The rich, complex aroma of the aged spirit, a subtle whisper of peat and oak, rises gently, blending with the deep scent of warm embers and aged cedarwood. This familiar scent is a grounding presence. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the embers is now a very faint, distant murmur, a hypnotic lullaby. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each gentle sound and subtle aroma. Everything is still. You simply observe. The rich, complex aroma of the single malt now fills the air, mingling with the deep scent of warm embers. You sit comfortably in the deep, soft leather armchair, the luxurious cashmere and silk robe a continuous, exquisite embrace around you. Your fingers gently clasp the crystal tumbler, feeling its cool, flawless surface. You observe the gentle condensation forming on the glass, a delicate mist appearing. Each tiny droplet forms slowly, silently, a testament to the precise temperature of the aged spirit within. The coolness of the glass against your skin is a subtle, grounding sensation, a soft anchor in the warmth of the room. This gentle, repetitive observation is a quiet meditation. The amber glow from the dying embers casts a warm, soft light, making the polished crystal gleam with muted intensity. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the embers is now a very faint, distant murmur, a hypnotic lullaby. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each gentle visual detail. Everything is still. You simply observe. The deep quiet of your master suite now welcomes you, a gentle transition. You are preparing for sleep, A subtle calming scent of a lavender and chamomile sachet now emanates from beneath your pillow. You are wrapped in the luxurious cashmere and silk robe, its familiar, exquisite softness, a continuous, comforting embrace. You reach for the pillow, feeling its familiar, soft plumpness. Beneath it, your fingers find the small, smooth sachet, its delicate fabric yielding slightly to your touch. The soothing aroma, a blend of floral and earthy notes, subtly deepens with each slow breath. This gentle, repetitive scent is a quiet signal for your body to relax, a soft mantra for sleep. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur from the living area, almost entirely absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. Amber firelight, now very soft and low, casts long, gentle shadows across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You are ready to rest. The subtle, calming scent of lavender and chamomile now surrounds you. A gentle invitation to sleep. You slip into your freshly turned-down bed. The crisp linen sheets cool and smooth against your skin. The luxurious cashmere and silk robe is gently discarded, its exquisite softness a memory as a new, profound comfort settles over you. You lie back, feeling the reassuring, luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet settling around you. It is a perfect, enveloping pressure, a soft anchor holding you gently in place. The plump pillows cradle your head with a yielding softness, a familiar comfort. This gentle, repetitive sensation of weight and softness is a powerful mantra for deep rest. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now a very faint, distant murmur, almost entirely absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. Amber firelight, now very soft and low, casts long, gentle shadows across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You are completely held. You rest. The reassuring, luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet still holds you completely. You are deeply nestled. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper of wind now moves through the distant mountain passes. You feel the exquisite softness of the fine linen sheets against your skin, a smooth, cool touch. The calming scent of lavender and chamomile from beneath your pillow gently permeates the air. This subtle aroma is a constant, soothing presence. You breathe it in. You listen closely. You discern the delicate, unhurried sound of the wind. It is a soft sigh carried from far away. It is barely there. This sound is a rhythmic, hypnotic breath across the vast, silent peaks. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now an even fainter, more distant murmur. It is almost entirely absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. Amber firelight, very soft and low, casts gentle shadows. These shadows move slowly across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast. It is tranquil. It is utterly still. You breathe out slowly. You let the profound calm deepen with each soft whisper of wind. Everything is still. You simply rest. The reassuring, luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet still holds you completely. The faint whisper of wind in the distant passes is almost absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. Now, a new, gentle sound surfaces. The slow, rhythmic tick of an antique grandfather clock from the grand foyer. You feel the exquisite softness of the fine linen sheets against your skin. A smooth, cool touch. The calming scent of lavender and chamomile gently permeates the air. You listen to the deliberate tick-tock. A steady, unhurried rhythm that marks the passage of the tranquil night. It is a comforting, ancient sound, a gentle anchor in the profound quiet of the chalet. The consistent, rhythmic crackle of the grand stone fireplace is now an even fainter, more distant murmur from the living area, almost entirely a memory. Amber firelight, very soft and low, casts long, gentle shadows, moving slowly across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the myriad stars continue their brilliant, silent display above the snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the mountain night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each slow, rhythmic tick. Everything is still. You simply rest. The deep, serene stillness of your private Whistler chalet now surrounds you completely. You are settled deeply into your bed. The reassuring, luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet holding you gently. Outside, a brilliant moonlit sky illuminates the silent, snow-capped peaks. The exquisite softness of the fine linen sheets is a cool, smooth touch against your skin. The calming scent of lavender and chamomile gently permeates the air, a constant, soothing presence. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of wind in the distant passes is now barely a breath. The slow, rhythmic tick of the antique grandfather clock from the grand foyer is a very distant, muted sound, almost entirely absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. Amber firelight, now very soft and low, casts long, gentle shadows, moving slowly across the warm timber interior. These familiar sensory anchors return, weaving a gentle mantra for your senses. You gaze out through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass. The moon casts a silvery, ethereal glow over the snow-laden pines, transforming the mountain landscape into a dreamlike canvas. The deep blue-white of the night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You simply rest. The serene, Deep stillness of your private Whistler chalet embraces you, profoundly quiet. You are settled deeply into your bed, the reassuring, luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet still holding you gently. Beneath your bare feet, a pervasive, grounding warmth now emanates from your heated stone floors, a soft, consistent presence. This deep warmth rises slowly, subtly, through the fine linen sheets, a comforting anchor in the tranquil night. The exquisite softness of the linen is a cool, smooth touch against your skin, a delicate contrast. The calming scent of lavender and chamomile from beneath your pillow gently permeates the air, a constant, soothing presence. This familiar aroma is a soft mantra for deep rest. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of wind in the distant passes is now barely a breath, further absorbed by the chalet's deep stillness. Amber firelight, very soft and low, casts long, gentle shadows, moving slowly across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the brilliant, moonlit sky continues to illuminate the silent, snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen with each subtle shift of warmth. Everything is still. You simply rest. The pervasive, grounding warmth emanating from your heated stone floors still cradles you, a continuous, subtle presence. You are settled deeply into your bed, the reassuring, luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet holding you gently. The exquisite softness of the fine linen sheets is a cool, smooth touch against your skin. A lingering, comforting scent now fills your perfectly prepared sleep sanctuary. The fresh aroma of pine and gentle wood smoke. This familiar scent, a deep blend of the mountain forest and the chalet's hearth, subtly permeates the air with each slow, even breath. It is a constant, soothing presence, a final anchor for deep rest. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of wind in the distant passes is now barely a breath, further absorbed by the chalet's profound stillness. The slow, rhythmic tick of the antique grandfather clock from the grand foyer is a very distant, muted sound, almost entirely a memory. Amber firelight, very soft and low, casts long, gentle shadows, moving slowly across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the brilliant moonlit sky continues to illuminate the silent, snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You are completely at peace. You simply rest. The lingering, comforting scent of pine and gentle wood smoke now deepens around you. You are nestled profoundly in your perfectly prepared sleep sanctuary. The last, soft embers glow with a fading amber light in your bedroom fireplace. You are held completely. You feel the pervasive, grounding warmth emanating from your heated stone floors. It rises slowly, subtly, through the exquisite fine linen sheets. The luxurious weight of your custom-made duvet settles perfectly, a soft, reassuring anchor. The calming scent of lavender and chamomile from beneath your pillow gently infuses the air. It is a constant, soothing presence. You breathe it in, deeply. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of wind in the distant mountain passes is now just a memory, completely absorbed. The slow, rhythmic tick of the antique grandfather clock from the grand foyer has ceased. Only the softest, most infrequent sigh from the settling timber remains, a deep whisper. The amber glow from the embers pulses gently, slowly, casting long, fading shadows across the warm timber interior. Outside, through the expansive floor-to-ceiling glass, the brilliant moonlit sky continues to illuminate the silent, snow-capped peaks. The deep blue-white of the night feels vast, tranquil, utterly still. Your eyelids grow heavy. You breathe out slowly, letting the profound calm deepen. Everything is still. You drift. You are completely at peace. You simply rest.